everybody, this time I wanted to go over replacing the sail panels on one of these first-gen F-body cars. We did the 3-day thrash in Arizona in Brian Minson's garage on his 67 Firebird. Did it all in about a 30-minute little video, but you didn't really catch all the details, I felt. Just in case you want a little more in-depth, a little more insight how I made that happen, I kind of broke it down a little bit in case you're interested to see what it takes to replace just a sail panel in preparation or replace that roof. So check it out. Got this one coming. I'm gonna do something on the roof and maybe something for that rear filler panel too, just the same. So let's get this thing going. Hey everybody, we're actually doing a little something different here. As you can tell, the garage looks quite a bit different than your normal Vinyl Village garage. Now we have a TV. Well, that's because it's not my garage. This is Brian Minson's garage. He has his own YouTube channel, Porsche and Pontiac. And if you've watched that, you've seen this 1967 Firebird right here behind me on his channel. He's been tinkering, playing, and working on it. And I thought it'd be a fantastic idea to jump on a plane from Indianapolis, land here in Arizona to help him or give him a hand with this roof project. Because I'll tell you what, don't tell him, but this is actually the first roof panel I've replaced. But I convinced him it was cool. We'll get this thing going. But anyway, I'm pretty confident we'll get this thing squared away. But I want to show you this here is quite possibly the worst roof panel in the world. If not, I can guarantee it's probably the worst Firebird roof that I've personally ever seen. So we're going to call it the worst Firebird roof ever. But then again, make your own opinion on that. But let me show you, and you'll probably agree with me. And as you can see here, this thing is a complete 100% hot, rusty mess. Now, we've got some pieces we got to replace where we can actually get that roof panel done. That's what we're going to do this time around. But we have the sail panels here. So it's underneath the roof panel, unfortunately. And of course, we have to take the lead out, or we got some other ideas here in the works. We got to do the other side just the same. And we have the rear filler panel that we're going to have to replace. And then we can actually get to that roof. Now, I've got an idea here. We're going to try that out in this car. The lead here, we're going to obviously replace the roof panel and the sail panel. But we need to get the lead out, so to speak, because there's actually spot welds underneath to tie the panels to the inner structure. But I really don't feel like getting the torch out, heating this thing up, and getting it out. So I think we've found, or we've discovered a way that we can get this thing out a whole lot quicker without messing with lead, because I'll tell you, that stuff's just not fun to mess with. So what we're going to have to do is get on the inside here, and through this area here, there's actually all the spot welds that tie it to the inner structure. You drill those out just right and do a couple cuts, you can pop all the lead out real quick on this, save a lot of time, and of course, reduced chance of fire is always a positive. Now, the area in question is kind of hard to see because we do have a little bit of surface rust, but there's spot welds, I promise you. Oh, well, this side's a little harder to see, but one here, one about there. Looks like one here. And we'll go back here a couple. So that's what you got to pop loose or drill those out. And then we'll actually cut the outer panel above and below the lead. And you can peel that whole panel out of the way without disturbing any of that lead. Where to cut it at? Be the next question, obviously. Now we're gonna go above the lead just a little bit. Oh, come across. Marker doesn't work, Brian. Where'd you get this marker at?
Wardrobe.
All right. We're basically gonna cut on both sides of the lead here. I'm actually gonna cut. You can actually come back this way just a little bit. I am definitely marked these. Does that one work? Have you tried it?
I don't know.
Hey, that one works. Look. Yep. Okay. Now let's try that again. Where to cut it at? You can see my previous lines that weren't very good because the Brian marker sucks. That's okay. We got a replacement. We got a stunt marker here, and we'll cut the inside here on the edge here. Zip it around here. And so you can cut this back from the drip rail just a little bit because it's not actually tied there. So basically, we'll cut this section out here, pry this back a little bit. You should be able to get those spot welds in with a chisel and pop it loose. Well, we're done. Got the two cuts. Now you can see the area that we drilled. And you look carefully. This is the inner structure. This is the sail panel. These are the two we're going to separate, leaving this intact here. Just my perspective, get back some, but all the lead's right here. So you cut just above the lead strip, get in here and pop that loose. Those little spot welds that I drilled from the inside, and then this whole panel is just kind of flop out of the way. I don't got to mess with that crap. One up here just will not give up the ghost. We'll do it that way. Ta-da! Now, of course, I got the lead out up here. We already established that. And the next plan is here to get the sail pan replaced is I wanted to make sure I had good, clean metal. So I buzzed back everything here, and I've actually got good, solid structural metal that I can tie back to. So I'm basically going to cut along the little line here in preparation to make a patch panel out of this sail panel there. So I have plenty of material, and I'll cut this to match. And then we'll butt weld this in place, and then I've got to pop all the seams through here. And I'm afraid I may have to do a little bit of inner structure work once we get this apart, but we'll see once we get into that. But next thing is here, I'm going to go ahead and cut the car body right along my little magic line here and see if we find any surprises there.
Go.
Go! Hey, tape. In case you guys had a question what this tape was all about, this is just kind of one of my fail-safes, a little more thing. We'll take tape measurements with a tape measure, but let's be honest, all of us can read line and picture a whole lot better than numbers. So securely fasten the tape, tie it together, give it some kind of structure. Then when you pull the tape back down, this is a point taken off the old one. I'm right in the same spot. I know that point then my opening is about the same. So I'm going to say right now, this thing is adjusted good. Your ears ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Oh, I scratched your paint again.
Ah, shit. Done.
Of course, you have some footage of me cutting that thing out, right?
Yes.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Good stuff, too.
Good. That's all cut out. We got to come back now and clean up the edge. Just kind of interesting little fun bits here. The spot welds that I didn't want to mess with, guess what? They didn't weld it from the factory whatsoever. So that makes my life a whole lot easier, and that makes me happier. So, but we do need to clean up this edge and prep for welding. And then we got to finish peeling back. This has maybe 1 or 2 spot welds on it that actually did hold up. And then we've got this little piece here between the two tail filler panel and that sail panel. So I got a little cleanup here and a little cleanup here, and then we'll get that thing cut, put it into place. But it's kind of cool looking inside here. This is the place for them guys on the assembly line when the boss comes by to throw their flask in here so they don't get busted for drinking. So you want to find the goodies, sometimes you might find them in here, but then maybe Brian might find one later too. So just you wait and see. This is expensive. This is fun.
Wow. Hopefully.
Perfect. Keep tabs on things. This is great. Fantastic. How about this? Just
push on it?
Push on that just a little bit. Lean on it. It won't. It'll move about a 16th of it. That just like it. That's just what I need. Now what you can do then, once you get everything happy, you can I get one of these things in here? I think the answer is no.
You're on my side.
Yeah, it went through, but now I can at least weld through that hole. But look at this, it pulled up nice to the outside of the gutter. It's actually pulled all the way up to the edge of it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how I want that. And then the roof panel will come over top of this. So I'm saying I'm really kind of point now. Just go zip. So shut up and do it.
Is that a Shania Twain song? Shut up and do it.
Yeah.
Could be.
I like to watch the video. Anyway, on this episode. Yeah. Huh.
Well, I'm not giving back to my grandma.
Hey, you do what you want. Just tell them it didn't work.
Right, yeah. I threw that thing away, man.
It was garbage. Now, drill bit case thingy, get the 1/4 inch drill bit out.
1/4 inch?
Yeah, 1/4. What I'm gonna do is I'll drill these back to 1/4 inch, just the top layer. And that'll get me really close. What? Since when? You would think a guy with a bunch of cameras. Okay, everything all mocked up and test fitted here. Got everything lined up to do a nice clean butt weld, so when it's all done, it should be pretty seamless. Got a little magnet here to kind of give me a handle to keep things lined up as I get the first few tacks in place. Of course, got it lined up with the trunk jamb opening, or the window jamb opening. The filler panel's been cut out of the way, so that's definitely not an issue. Do a couple of spot welds up here, and it should be ready to
Watch
rock.
at home.
Yeah. Well, it made sparks, so. I'll put you on fire watch. If you see a fire, let me know.
Fire.
Fire, fire. I'll come through here and put all these screws in. And I'll see. I'm gonna see if I can get the plug weld to work with your welder.
You may have to teach that to me.
Oh, it looks cool. I shouldn't say mine. I'm just saying this is how I do it. I'm sure other people. got all the spot welding done here. You want spot, tack, end to end. I finally got this thing all filled in completely with some spot weld, but it definitely takes some time. Got all the spot welds, plug welds done up the window channel here, looking pretty good. And then up here where the sail panel is underneath the roof panel, and of course in here they gutted about 4 little spot welds here. Seems looking pretty good. I'm gonna do some buffing on these welds now, and then we'll pop over to the other side and do the same thing over there. Well, so there you have it. Installing a sail panel on first gen F-body car, not overly complicated to do. Of course, did it all in the garage, 2,000 miles from home, not with my tools. Still got the job done real nice. So hope that helps you out. A little further detail on that. I wish I could have maybe got the camera more involved. I was having too much fun playing cars and just getting down to business, so to speak. But for the most part, you can see what happened. Of course, any questions, let me know. Hit me up in the comments, see if I can do to help you out and get that going. But unfortunately, I don't make those panels as a patch or repair panel. I had full quarter panels. I had another car, and I didn't use the sail panel, so I'd cut those off and give them to Brian. So I may have a couple extra too from another car. So if you guys need them, let me know, because well, not sure if I'll ever need them or not. But nonetheless, hope you appreciate that. And of course, I got something else coming for the roof panel similar to that one. A little more detail how we did behind the scenes, so to speak, instead of that little 30-minute thrash video. So I have said enough. Of course, appreciate you following me on the journey. Anything I can help you out with, let me know. Just saying, hit me up in the comments. I'll get the video on the roof, and of course, a bunch of other bird content just the same. And of course, I'm going to say this again, Firebird Fest. I'm going to try to start building this up right now. It's a whole year away, but I really like to see a lot of you folks bring your Firebirds. Join us there. Join the Firebird family. Have a great time playing cars, catching up, whatever. It's just a fantastic time. So I have said enough about that. I'm going to get cleaned up, get the camera out next time around, and we'll see you guys then.
Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging on till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack.